Yeah, hi Ross. Can you come in, please? Yeah, sorry. Let me just... So, I brought you here today to talk to you about this. Here it is. Do you know what that is? A donut? Yeah. Do you know what's on that donut? No. I don't. Look closer. You can see right there that is a pube. And I know pubes anywhere, boy. Now what's going to happen here? You and me are going to have a conversation. And at the end of this conversation, someone's getting their ass chewed out. Okay. Now, I picked this out of the bin. What the fuck do you think you were doing? What the do you think you were doing? You have no proof that that's mine. Oh, yeah, I got proof, boy. I got proof. I can taste it. I can taste you all over that donut. Your ass is grass, mate. Your ass is grass. You know what? Fine. It was me. Yeah? And I would have got away with it if it wasn't for those pesky Danger Club.
Previously on the Danger Club podcast.
Milictor Arcadius of the Order of the Chain.
What help do you need?
My men and I have been tracking a monster that's been slaying some of the locals. My suspicion is he was heading towards his old home.
We have to save the innocent people of that village.
We do need to be cautious.
It calls to me.
It's starting to seem a bit odd, the way you go,
Papa, with a bunch of flowers, crushes them.
Folton, just pass me the shard.
Come and get it, big boy.
The adventure continues now.
Just one for you.
We're rolling now.
Good.
So let's be professional, right?
Well, that won't make any sense.
That was a B joke, but we didn't, yeah.
Because we were doing the bee stuff before we
We've
pressed
got
the
bees now, aren't we?
Go on.
bees.
Bees.
So
buzz off.
Dangerlings, you don't want it. The thing is, the B joke wasn't even good enough to justify the callback. This is the thing. We couldn't. Sometimes when we do this, we redo the joke so you can get the context of it. I don't want to subject you to that, Dangerlings. Live your lives. Do something better. Don't be subjected to our B jokes, but do be subjected to this horrific standoff that's going on. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Danger Club podcast. Oh, meow. Things have gotten a little spicy.
Yeah.
We have gone down a road. How are we? Let's take this. How are we feeling about this, Ross? How are we feeling about where we are right now?
I think we're feeling pretty good. Folton's feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. I mean, it was a natural progression of what was going to happen.
In some ways, it did feel inevitable.
Folton wouldn't be able to keep it a secret as much as Bubba could. So this was bound to happen. And what better person to do it than Karagor? And then we can have round 2 of Folton versus Karagor.
Yeah, I've never taken on with weapons before. Yeah. That's a worry.
Karagor, you're 1-0 in this situation at the moment. How are you feeling now that for Folton to turn around and heft the axe?
Like, in the meta, I know, obviously, Karagor has found out about Folton's things, but has got no idea about Bubba. So Karagor might think that Bubba and Velda will back him up, but maybe that's not so. Maybe, Scott the player doesn't know that will absolutely happen. Also, I mean, I'm just sure this isn't necessarily going to come to blows.
Yeah. It might not.
Doesn't have to.
Still a lot of resolution. Like, how does Velda feel, James, from just seeing this happen like before your eyes?
Well, I think a part of him sort of, because he's been very much like Scott in the last one was just like as Karagor, like, we're sidestepping around this issue, I'm just going to come right out with it. I think there's been a fair bit of that. Yeah. Velda's not clueless. He's pretty intelligent and Folton's been acting weirder and weirder the last sort of few weeks.
Yeah.
Getting more and more. So I think he'd probably be like, maybe there's something going on here, sort of as another weird step. And let's go and find out.
Been a real sense of, we need to address this, but let's just wait till the other person with fighter level hit points is back around the table before we do it.
Yeah, because there's no way I'm tanking Folton. Kind of like maybe having a teenage child who's just coming to the teenage years. You're like, when do we sit down and have a chat? Because it's starting to get a little bit weird now. And doing their hair strange and, or it's listening to some weird music. So we'd have to have a sit-down chat.
But the child has an axe.
Yeah.
And what about, but that was a lovely bit, Cole, with Bubba at the end.
Oh, thank
a little little window into how Bubba's feeling at the moment.
Killer.
I thought it'd be nice to share because, otherwise that bit just gets lost in my mind.
Yeah.
I had an intention to play, and I was trying to find a little in the last couple of games. That's what, when we went away from the last record, that's the first thing I thought when I got on the train. I was like, that's what Bubba's going to do. Bubba's going to like puppet master Folton, and it's going to be like a little control thing, and then mess around with him a bit. But it never came up in the last couple of episodes, and then that happened and I was like, okay, so that can't happen anymore. So Bubba would be quite frustrated by that if he's been planning it for a few weeks as well, because we've been in the air for a few weeks.
I think it's nice every now and then to do one of them. I think Abria from Critical Role before that Dimension 20 does a thing when she's DMing and says what you don't see. And every now and then just gives players an insight to what their characters don't. I think if it's overdone, that's just a bit pointless and meta. But every now and then, for flavour and spice, it's really useful.
Yeah, it's nice.
Similar to what you're doing with the flowers just then.
Yeah, it's nice. So he's kind of, I think as he's walking over, he's kind of going, okay, well, how can I manipulate this now? Like, how can this situation be for Bubba's gain? How can he still control this? And I think there's a few ideas that he's got so far. Straight away after the flowers are in the dirt,
I love that there was a fear of like, we shouldn't get involved in anything here. We shouldn't take a quest. We should just get back on the ship. Just stay on the ship. And it's that the thing that suddenly exploded. It would have exploded if it were on the ship. It's just you'd have been in a confined space. It's like,
Yeah. Just a simple walk. Just a little countryside walk.
Yeah.
Little old walk.
A little walk through the farmyards. And then we got to watch out for the farmers, right?
Yeah,
the farmers might come out and say, get off my land.
they might be cross about it.
I don't think any farmers are going to come out at this juncture.
You want to get out? Never mind.
Carry on, boy.
Carry on. I'll come back
take
later.
the farm, boy.
Here's the deed. Goodbye.
Amador. Yeah, if I was one of those guys, I might be like, you know what? I'm just going to let these guys work through their shit. But also, even if they were tempted to call the local militia, A, they're fascists, and B, there's not many of them. So, they might not even be able to respond.
Yeah.
True. It's possible. Remember, the Hell Knights aren't like the official cops of Cheliax. They're freelance, effectively. They're in their own orders. They end up kind of siding with the ruling authority because they're lawful, because they enforce the law, and they each order has its own edicts of its things that are kind of most important to it. But they kind of just go about, they're vigilantes, really. They go about and do their own thing. It just happens that they, most of the time, align with, a bit like superheroes do, I guess. Their goals align with the society's goals because they both tend to pursue the law.
Right.
And are these guys just the order of the chain? Are they just happen to be the worst type of order? I guess the other orders are like Order of the Flower and Order of the Star, and the rest of them aren't as so. That's right, isn't it? They're all just really simple, really
Order
nice
of the
things.
Lash, Order of the Rack,
Right.
Order of the God Claw.
Okay, that doesn't sound.
Actually, I think we've met the nicest bunch.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
Just like a bit of whip some criminals every now and then.
Yeah.
They're like the backbench Tories.
Yeah.
They're at odds with the front benchers.
I suppose.
They're still in it.
Your Tory analogies are
I'm
getting
trying
more
to-
stretched every week, Colin. You're
I'm
just going to be
trying
like, that reminds me of a Tory.
Some Tories are good. Some Tories are nice. Like,
Name one.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Name
like,
one.
I mean, Ken Clark.
He hasn't been part of the cabinet in a long time.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Some Tory. I'm not saying all the front benches are great.
He's quite good.
There was that guy who
John Major as
ran
well.
for
Mayor.
Prime Minister against Boris Johnson and got outed in like the first round and went on TV. Public
Rory
talk about
Stewart.
how-
Rory
that's his
Stewart,
name.
yeah.
He was the reasonable
Seemed all
one.
right. Yeah.
Yep.
He was okay.
John Major
He used
was
to
all right.
be a Labour politician, and he converted to Conservative a few years ago. And yeah, I mean, I don't agree with a lot of what he says, but he was definitely a softer
Out of the
Conservative.
bunch, yeah.
So
Best
he's
out of
like
the bunch.
order of the chain, and then order. I tell you, talking of not all of them being evil, Order of the Godclaw. We've met somebody from the Order of the Godclaw, Slick Lee Bickles.
Slickly Bickles.
There is
Order of the God Law.
There is something from a long time ago from the Sandstone Secret, which you played way back in the very, very early days of Pathfinder Second Edition.
the tale of Slickly Bickles.
He's one of my dangers. If you haven't listened to that little special, I know not everyone listens to like the one shots. We played it was right at the start of Pathfinder Second Edition. We played a one shot playing a Pathfinder Society scenario with some characters genned out of the Lost Omens character guide, which is a weird book looking back on it. It has a sort of really weird selection of things. But we had a Hell Knight, we had a Knight of Last Wall, and we had a Firebrand, all going on a quest together. And Slickly Bickles was Colin's Hobgoblin Hell Knight. But he was Order of the Godclaw. But then he wasn't evil. That's the thing about Hell Knights. They are lawful, but they are not all evil. There aren't a lot. They're not really lawful good. But
Slick was a consideration when MZ died.
Really?
Yeah, I actually thought about bringing Slick along because it would have been a bit of a wild card for him to join the party. What could have happened? Who knows? But we could have had the slight weird nursery rhymes of Slickly Bickles still in the party today.
Yeah.
I think he's one of my favourite characters that has never come back. Like from as like a one-shot pop-up player character that's never returned. I think he's one of my favourites. I mean, a lot of them have returned. Like we've been pretty good at getting them back into it.
I love playing Slick. He was great.
He was great. But they're tricky customers. The Hell Knights. However, I think I played a Hell Knight on one of Stu's games actually on a Tales from the 20 side. I'm pretty sure. Stuart Jackson, who gave us these lovely coasters that are still keeping our table very quiet. If we pick up and put down our drinks, you will
just about hear them.
Vaguely hear them. Yeah.
Thank you, Stu.
Ross is still very heavy-handed, but thank you, Stu. But yes, there is an episode of Tales from the 20 side, I think, where I played a Hell Knight who was very much evil. But it is not the Hell Knights that are the problem right now. It is very much the Danger Club itself. So as we return to a farmer's field somewhere in Cheliax under clouded skies with a wind whipping your clothes around you and a light drizzle in the air, we see 4 figures standing around at the side of the field in the mud. There is Bubba, fistful of flowers, watching on. Velda, just keeping an eye on things. And then face to face, Karagor One Fang, never lost fight to man nor beast nor Folton. And Folton Battlestone, who has just drawn a line in the mud with his axe, standing face to face. I think we go, Karagor, what do you want to do?
Are we still in initiative rounds?
It depends on how we want to play this. It would be your go if we were, basically, because Folton used his go to draw the line and dare you to come on. I feel like... I think it would be fair, given that we kind of dropped out and given the nature of the standoff, rather than knowing the initiative, I think it would be fair that basically, if one of you is going to attack, we all roll initiative immediately, so we know who reacts. So we've got a kind of a high noon who reacts first kind of moment. So at the moment, we're sort of not quite.
Okay. Well, if we were in initiative, I'd ready in action.
Okay.
But Karagor's not going to come any closer. He stands where he is. Bow still in hand. Grappling arrow attached. Hand over the shard.
I can't. I need it.
What do you need it to do?
I need it to feel powerful.
Folton, you're one of the most powerful people I know.
You said this before, but
I did.
you don't believe it.
It's my top 3 arguing points. I'm probably going to say it about another 3 times.
I need it. If I bring them all together, I can be the most powerful dwarf there's ever been. And maybe I can save my brother.
Karagor sort of nods silently. That's where we're at. Okay. Folton, the previous or intended owner of the shards, has got a way of bringing people back that he likes. Do you want your brother to come back like that?
I just want to tell him I love him.
Yeah, that's not outrageous. And do you know what? There's probably ways you can do that without the shards. You've got an axe with your best mate's ghost still inside it that you could talk to if you want. Was that made with the shard? Folton?
No.
Was that made with the shard?
No.
Exactly. And that's just an axe. We've been around now. We've met more people. You could probably say something to your brother's ghost if you wanted to. We could take you to a temple. There's ways of doing it. You don't need the shard for that.
I do. I do need the shard.
Look at you. It's making you have hemorrhoids.
You just want it for yourself, Karagor. You don't believe in me. No one believes in me. Well, the shard does. The shard listens to me.
Oh yeah? What does it listen to you about when you talk to it?
Everything.
You don't know, do you? You haven't had a proper conversation with it.
You wouldn't know.
I would, because you can't tell me.
I've seen things in there you wouldn't believe.
Sea beams glittering off a Tannhauser gate, etc. What have you seen?
Me as king.
Folton, you are wearing 3 crowns. It's showing you what it wants to persevere its own life and make sure it falls into the hands of the most manipulatable person, probably.
You all stand back. Don't anybody come any closer.
Come on, we've just reached reason here. You don't need to do this.
I do. It's the only thing I'm good at.
That's not true. Remember the thumbs?
Exactly, that was violence.
Yep.
It's the only thing I know.
That's also not true. Tell me something about dwarven culture.
The night hall,
Yep.
the day hall.
Were they created by violence?
No, they were created by burrowworms.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, I think. Exactly. So that's something that wasn't created through violence. That belongs to you and your people and your brother. Look, if you want, we can go stop off at a temple. We can go speak to your brother. We'll do that within 2 days. We're probably flying over 20 temples in our path to wherever we're going. Dead easy.
But I need the rest of them, Karagor. I need the rest of the shards.
Well, how about this? How about the ones we collect we'll have on our persons, so you can look at them whenever you want. They just won't be in your clothes anymore.
He looks at Bubba, holding over the flowers.
The flowers are gone.
We're really
Flowers are
overrating
long
these
gone,
flowers.
man. Yeah. Flowers are long gone. Nobody saw it.
No.
Okay.
Right? And the dust has all gone. He's made sure that nothing is left on. He's
looks
got
at-
no flowers left.
Bubba, you did this.
Excuse me.
You told them.
I didn't tell anyone. I didn't tell anyone anything.
You did.
What are you talking about? What's he talking
I
about?
don't know. What is he talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What are you talking about?
He brandishes the shard in his hand. You all want this from me. All of you. You want it from me.
Okay, wait, how about this? I can prove to you that I don't want that shard personally. I just want you to not hold it for a while. Do you know how I can prove it?
Why?
Will you please give that shard to Velda?
No.
I mean, why? That would be me not
The
having
only
it.
way you're gonna take this is if you beat me in combat.
I can tell.
I demand a trial by combat.
And you did steal that shard. That's the shard.
Shut up, Velda.
Okay. Are you trialing all of us?
You win this from combat.
Me or the three of us?
No, just you.
Just me.
Bubba messages Velda. Velda, have you got a sleep spell?
Not sleep on me because I was probably gonna do something
yeah.
non-lethal and just hit him with some spells as soon as I can. Yeah.
I was going to cast sleep, so
Yeah, do that. Yeah, I'm going to cast something else.
Not
that's
right
non-lethal,
now,
Yeah.
but yeah.
No, but as soon as it kicks off, I'm going to whack him with all I've got. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
As he's wailing on Karagor with the axe, be like, is it time yet?
Yeah. A little bit longer.
You won last time.
There wasn't. I think
He
it
cracks
was.
his neck.
Last time was a bit of. It was a circumstance. Look, I didn't necessarily win. All right. If you're bothered about winning, if you need to prove you're powerful, I will let you punch me. Oh, there we go. I like people doing that every now and then. Come on, give us a punch.
No.
Punch me.
With weapons.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
no.
Okay. Listen.
What's the matter, Karagor? Are you scared?
Am I scared?
I thought you never lost a fight to man or beast.
Folton, have you been paying attention? I have lost fight to beast and to man.
And you're going to lose to me.
And I tell you
and
what.
I will keep the shard.
Well, we'll see about that. But yes, I am scared. Folton, I'm scared that an artifact is going to make me lose a friend.
So be it, Jedi.
Roll for initiative.
Hey.
we got to roll again.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the sound of a man who rolled well.
No. I didn't roll amazingly well. No, I didn't. Actually, I rolled a 4 my last time. So,
All right. Let's start with. I'm not going to say the less. Let's start with the other two. Velda, what we got?
16.
A 16 for
terrible
Velda.
16.
Velda did not see this coming.
I was too busy messaging Bubba in my head.
yeah.
Yeah. As soon as it kicks off, I'm
On the other
here it
end of
goes.
that-
I missed it.
Other end of that message, Bubba, what did we get?
23.
23. Okay. Better than last time. Folton, what have you got?
29.
29. It's a good roll.
It is a good
Karagor.
roll. Look in the dice tray.
Retro 20.
It's a natural 20, giving me a total of 34.
Oh. Folton goes to move, but Karagor, you are faster. What would you like to do?
Do what any sane ranger would do and use a move action to get out of fucking axe range.
That is a very good idea. So you move back 35 to you were already 10 feet from him, so you move back, you are now 45 feet away.
Great, it's
from
going to
Folton.
take him 2 move actions and he still won't be. Actually, no, at 2 move actions he'll be 40 feet, so will he be within melee range?
You're 45 feet away, so no.
Great.
If he's got a reach weapon, he will be.
Just trying to do my brain over your arsenal at the moment. I'm holding that old spear. You've got an axe and a hammer. I don't think you've got anything ranged. Have you, Ross?
Dunno.
Okay. I move 1 move action directly away from him. And because the bow's already in my hand and the
Okay.
grappling arrow's already on the string, I use another action to drop the hunt prey on Folton Battlestone.
Oh, you hunt Folton Battlestone. Give me a society check.
If I get this right and you just tell me all about pocket meat, Dan, I'm going to be fucking livid. Oh god, I'm getting all my good rolls out of away before combat even starts. Okay, did you say society?
Society.
It's a 23.
23. That is enough. Folton, tell Karagor something about yourself.
Fuck's sake.
I like long walks among the beach.
That's bullshit. We've just been for a long walk and it's ended horribly.
I mean, I've got 130 hit points. There you go.
There we go. That's nice.
I'm pretty sure I knew that as well, but fine. Fine. And I use my final action to shoot at his legs with a grappling arrow.
You shoot a grappling arrow at his legs. Goodness me. Let's make an attack. Because I don't think there are rules for grappling arrows at the moment.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I know I've got 9 Tanglefoot arrows on my sheet and 1 grappling arrow, and do you know what? Don't know.
Okay, what we'll do is we'll.
I don't know if that grappling arrow is meant to be a Tanglefoot or whatever, but they were both written at the same time. I'm pretty sure.
Ooh, hang on, grappling arrow. There is a grappling arrow in Pathfinder 2E.
Imagine it.
PFS 2E guide. It functions as a normal arrow, but with half the range, and can be used to deliver a rope. I tell you what, if you can, I'll let you make a trip attack against him if you hit him with this arrow.
Okay.
So go ahead and make an attack roll. It's happening. Oh no!
It's a natural one.
Oh my gosh!
Karagor sort of like backflips, raises the bow up, and sees Folton, and just like gets just a quiver in his eye, pulls it back, noting that he's hunted prey on Folton, and just gets a tremor in his hand and just looses the arrow into the ground.
Oh, Ross, please read out the fumble for Karagor. That's a ranged attack.
Notched fingers. You take 1d4 persistent bleed damage.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit!
Shit. Round 1 to Folton, he hasn't even done anything.
From your fingers as well.
Are you rolling it? Oh, my.
Yeah, you can roll it.
Do you like rip off a fingernail or
1.
something?
Yeah.
All right.
Ah, my fucking fingers.
Your fingers are now bleeding.
Shit.
It's gonna take
Do I take that bleed damage now?
You take it on your turn. Yeah.
Okay.
So you and now you've done that. Roll a d20 to see if you stop bleeding.
It's another natural one.
You keep bleeding.
Wow. That was a natural 20, a 19, followed by a 1 and a 1. That was
Amazing.
good.
Amazing.
Good. All right, excellent.
Karagor
Survive
steps.
this round.
Karagor puts some distance between you, draws his bow, and then shreds his hand with it, and stands there bleeding. Oh goodness me. Okay. I'll be honest, not how I thought it was going to start. Mm-hmm. Next person up is Folton Battlestone.
I've stepped forward and hit Karagor with my axe.
He is 45 feet.
No,
from
he only
you,
moved
Karagor.
once.
Which makes me 45 feet away from
Because
you.
he's got a movement of 35
what?
feet.
You need
I'll
three,
take
you
all
need 3
the-
move actions to get into combat with me. I'll make sure.
I'll take all the 3.
All right.
Like Doug Gug a little while ago, you use all of your movement.
Damn it.
The camera kind of keeps cutting back between all of you watching and then keeps cutting back to Folton running. And he's still running. And he's still running. He's still running. As he comes hefting along towards you, closing the distance. But just as he gets there, Bubba reacts.
I'm going to cast Suggestion on Folton.
Excellent.
All right. So, my honeyed words are difficult for creatures to resist. And I suggest a course of action to the target. And what I'm going to say is, Folton, stop. Put your axe down. Get on all fours.
What?
And put the shards on the back of your head. And let me take it from you. And then you can lay down and have a nice little sleep. All right?
I'm pretty sure it's only like drop weapon, isn't it?
Yeah, what level is that spell?
It's level 4.
Level 4?
Yeah.
Can it make the target do something they would never ever do?
My honeyed words, are difficult for creatures to resist. You set a course of action to the target which must be phrased in such a way as to seem like a logical course of action to the target, can't be self-destructed or obviously against the target's self-interest.
And there you go. I think that's the hook.
But his self-interest, he's like...
Well, I mean, that's up to the DM.
Sure, right.
Yeah.
I guess so, yeah.
I would think 'cause his objective is to hold on to the shard.
Made that very
It's
clear.
literally,
Yeah.
so it's
I-
like the antithesis of what he's
All
trying
right,
to do right
so
now.
if I say, hand me the shard to hold on to.
That is potentially a more reasonable thing.
Right. Do you know what I mean? Like, give me that while you're fighting. Mm-hmm. You know?
He's also got to pass a will save.
He's got to pass a will save.
Give me a will save, Fulton.
And is it against my spell DC?
Against your spell DC.
30.
Sorry. That is a success.
So success just means that the target is unaffected, thinks I was talking to them normally.
Yeah.
No!
So you just don't... a critical success, then he knows that I was trying to control him. So
Yeah.
that would be worse.
So you don't know he cast a spell on you, but you are not.
No!
But you say no. In that case, well, I was going to try sleep, but I don't think that's a single
No,
action.
that's a 2-actioner.
Definitely a 2-action. So
Single magic missile.
I guess I could. I can't put shield on you, can I, Karagor? I can cast guidance on you. Is guidance a one thingy spell? Let me just check. Yeah, I'll cast guidance
Cast guidance
on
on
Karagor.
Karagor, you got a +1 to your next roll.
There you go.
You piece of shit.
Could be the difference. Which means we come round to Velda Campbellite. Velda, you finally spring into action. So finally, it's only been a few seconds.
Yeah.
What's the plan?
Actually, reviewing my spells, I'm going to move forward one until he's within 30 feet.
Oh, you're within 30 feet. You're
I'm within 30 feet. In that case, I'd like to cast
you're-
Paralyze on Folton Battleset.
Oh!
Like, just quietly mutters, and vroom, and like sort of-
Yeah, all my spells are well quiet like that.
You cast Paralyze.
So it is
Like,
a will
Fulton, you
save.
can see, other than Suggestion, because that is super likely, you are aware that the other two are casting spells. Like, casting spells is a visual thing.
Okay.
So it's, mind-affecting spells you can do subtly, but these ones, it's obvious that there are spells going off. Whether you know what they do, that is, you probably don't.
Fair enough.
So,
Will save?
It's a will save.
it's
Yes.
a will save, first of all.
Oh, for fuck's sake! yeah, that's a pass. What was it?
30.
Yeah.
So Fulton's will is quite good.
It's a...
I mean, it is, but he's also rolling astonishingly well like that.
It's strong will. It's the power of the shard.
Yes, that's the roll.
It's
With that, then Velda sort of backs away from, like, because I know he's
Not
not,
bad call.
because I presume he's
yeah.
behind Fulton, but he still backs away.
Yeah,
So
we're still within Karagor's island. The Karagor to look at me like, what the fuck are we going away from? What the fuck?
As so 30, that's a success because of the incapacitate trait, and because you are level 8, becomes a critical success. So you are completely unaffected by it.
Wow.
At which point, Velda just kind of backs it back.
Or just sort of backs around to
Fulton stares, steely glares at Velda after casting that.
Cool, Karagor uses that opening to just bop him on the head.
Yeah, you're in Melika at Karagor, and you go. Just like look behind you.
It could be the
No,
case.
you
because
technically be in
No,
front of me.
No, I'm behind.
No, because I ran ahead, didn't I? Yeah.
Yeah,
So then
but
I turned around.
But then we were 50 feet down the path.
Yeah, so
further
you'd
on.
be-
So from when this fight, because the two of them walked up to see what was going on, so this fight effectively started with you both face to face, with everyone just standing right next to each other. Karagor ran back a little bit, you ran after him, so these guys are kind of just basically
behind us,
right there. So
Like
they are,
30 feet away.
they are kind of behind you. So yeah, you would kind of look around and glare at them.
Okay.
As you hear magical words being spoken. The two of you give them a thumbs up.
It's all right, I was just giving you a buff. That little tingle there, didn't you? Yes, you're stronger now.
Oh, well, speaking of buff, it's Karagor's go.
And I quick draw. I just drop the bow as it sliced my finger. I draw out the bow staff. One of the traits of a bow staff is parry.
Okay.
Do I forego an action to add +2 to my AC or something like that?
I think that's how we used it.
Okay. And also another trait is trip. Now, does the trip only work if I get a critical hit?
I believe it means
crit
you can
spec?
use it to trip, but you can use. You don't need to have normally you have to have a free hand if you want to trip. The trip trait means you can use it. You can do that. If your proficiency is trained or better, you could spend a single action to position your weapon defensively, giving you a +1 bonus to AC until the start of your next turn. So you can effectively use the raise shield action, but without shield block.
Okay.
So you get a +1 to your AC if you spend an action.
I've got 3 actions. He's right there.
Yep.
Hunt Prey is already active. I'm gonna try tripping him.
All right. You're going for a trip, so it is an athletics check.
Fucking hell. Athletics versus Folton fucking Battlestone. Is it contested?
It's against his. It's against his reflex DC, so his reflex save +10.
It's not gonna fucking matter anyway.
Oh no, the dice have abandoned you.
Yeah. That was a natural 2. So just going to forget about that.
Well, you will need to. I just need to know what the total was because it might be a critical fail.
17 plus 1, 18.
18. What is your reflex DC?
So it's, what was it?
It's your reflex save +10.
23.
23. Okay, so it's not a critical fail, so you don't drop the bow staff.
Good. And I'd like to... You're still holding the axe, right?
Yeah, he's still holding the axe.
Okay. Fulton, you're not thinking straight. And I just bop him lightly on the head with an attack.
Going for the attack. So this has got -5 because it's got
yeah,
the...
of course. It's another natural 2.
What the fuck?
I've rolled a 1, a 1, a 2, and a 2.
Bolton's gonna kill us all.
Oh my god. And then for my final action, I raise my stick to give myself +1 to my AC.
Scott might be playing Slickly Bickles by the end of today.
Fucking hell.
You roll those with an extra 1 on the top.
Yeah, that was... Oh, okay, fine. That is fucking... It's I don't know.
It didn't help.
13.
No, it didn't help.
It's
Let's face
+1.
it.
It's +1.
Yeah.
Oh dear. You hit
I've
Fulton
never
with-
rolled that badly ever in a row. That's mad, that isn't it? I think maybe I sliced my finger and it's because like I heard you talking about your brother and I go like, one time you called me brother.
You hit Fulton, he doesn't even phase him. Then take 1d4 points of bleed damage.
Okay. And then roll a d20, right?
And then roll a d20.
2. Okay.
2 points of bleed.
Oh my god!
That's the 3rd natural 2 that I've
Wow.
rolled.
Oh my god.
Statistically, we're reaching the realms of impossibility.
Yeah,
Statistically.
yeah.
That was a 1, a 1, a 2, a 2, and a 2. Jesus
Madness.
fucking Christ.
Oh my god, I'm so glad we have our own dice trays now. I don't want that thing anywhere near my dice.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. And, well, here it is. Fulton Battlestone wielding MZ. It's your go.
Will MZ kill?
I'm going to use Furious Focus.
Oh god!
Here we go.
That is 19 plus 12.
31.
31.
Which is a hit.
It's a hit.
Is it
It's
crit?
not a crit.
Oh.
Check that stain.
Yeah. I'm just going to check the stains and the tears to see if I've got anything written down.
I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't a million miles away from a crit. I don't want to know your AC just now to keep it tense, but like that's still a big roll.
23 hit points.
Oh, what do you say as he says you're not thinking straight and lightly taps you with the staff?
I'm thinking perfectly straight.
As you slam the axe into Karagor.
One more hit.
You've got an action left if you want to hit him again.
That is -5, isn't it? So
It is.
That is a 24.
Is a miss.
Oh,
Missed.
does this will be an important one to look up for? Might be worth a quick look up. Does a power attack count as 2 attacks for your multiple attack penalty? That's worth knowing.
Yes.
It does, so it'd be a minus 10.
Oh no, and it counts as...
Or does it count as one attack?
Yeah.
It counts as
I
one.
think
Okay.
it counts as... Oh no, wait.
Let's double check it. Just if we're going to be throwing big damage at other players, let's just know what that bonus, what the penalty is on that second attack, because it's worth knowing. Okay, so blood has been shed, and not just by a bowstring.
It counts... Furious Focus, it counts as one attack towards your multiple
There you
attack.
go. Okay,
penalty
yes, it
instead
is a
of
minus
2.
5. Nice. Okay, so Bubba Von Hoops. Oh gosh.
Okay.
What's the plan now?
So, I did think about using a spell, but if it was a critical failure, then the target would die.
Oh, is it? Yeah,
Phantasmal Killer. Yeah, and I just thought I
Use
can't.
Phantasmal Killer. You slide to Phantasmal Killer way too easy. It's like your trademark spell.
'Cause something appears that would scare him, so he might just stop
death.
doing it. That's if it's a critical success. So I'm not going to do it, obviously.
Obviously.
I'm not going to do that. I don't know. Can I hold my go for a sec? Because
You can hold your go. You hold your go. Velda, in that case, it is your go.
So, oh god, I have a spell.
Okay.
What about Steel Object? If you got Steel Object, that'd be the perfect spell to use right now. If you could just take the
that
shard out of
spell.
his pocket.
Yeah.
Never got the spell.
There is no spell called Steel Object. That would be an amazing spell.
I can't believe it.
Match hand.
But do you know-
Mage Hand might
Do you know
get
what
it,
would
yeah.
be the... Nah, it has to be unattended. Can't tell.
yeah.
Do you know what would be the perfect spell for this situation?
Go on.
Mad monkeys.
Yeah.
Mad monkeys. Yeah.
Druid. Right, so what I'm going to do, Velda's going to use his move action to circle around
Yep.
and sort of go behind Karagor,
Okay.
sort of thing.
Yep.
And how many move actions does that take?
So they are currently because they moved. They are they're 35 feet from you. Have you got 25 feet?
Well,
movement?
actually, okay. So I'm going to do something.
Okay.
If I move within 15 feet of him,
Yeah, you can do that with one move action. No problem.
Okay, so I'm going to move in there, just up the side of him, and I'm going to cast Colour Spray at his eyes.
That's fine. You
To
can
try
get
and-
a.
So will save again, Mr. Rolling all the double numbers. Oh, that's not so good.
16.
16. That is a fail.
Ooh.
Okay, yes, because my spell DC is 22, so it's not a critical fail.
Okay.
However, good old Colour Spray, it means that you are stunned 1, blinded 1, and dazzled for 1 minute.
Oh.
Annoyingly,
Stunned,
James
blinded,
was looking at me when he said those things, and I realise now he never specified which person he was casting it on.
Oh, yeah.
Karagor's just
Karagor one fact.
No, so yeah, I need to sort of like runs up the sort of side of Folton, just goes off and just unleashes this weird
Blast him.
spray.
Oh, that's a good one. Does it have the? Just check. Does it have the incapacitate trait? It does. Which
It
means
doesn't say the level, so it says
illusion.
stunned,
So it's a
blinded,
level
and dazzled.
level 1
It's a
spell.
level 1 spell. So
Okay, and that was. What, did he fail or critically fail?
failed.
He failed. So because of the incapacitate trait, it's a level 1 spell. Fulton's a level 8 character. Therefore, it's moved one step better than he rolled, which
Just
means
the
it goes
stun.
to success. So you are dazzled for 1 round, but you are not stunned.
Oh.
That's
And blinded.
you're not blinded. No, you're
just
just dazzled.
Dazzle.
Razzle dazzle.
Razzle dazzle.
What does that mean?
I'll jump in there just in case.
That is exactly the time to jump in there. Before you do, let's take a little trip to Condition Corner. Since you asked, Dazzle, do you want to give us a little Condition Corner sting there, Dazzle?
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm dazzling it.
Oh, lovely.
That was.
All creatures and objects are concealed from you. It means you can attack Karagor in your next round, but you need a DC 5 flat check every time you attack him. Otherwise, the attack automatically misses. Because everything is so dazzling to you. Bubba Von Hoops, we're
All right.
coming to
How long
you.
is that for?
1 round.
I'll cast slow on Fulton.
We're going
All right.
slow.
Fortitude save. To
there's
the flow
been
of
no-
time around the target, slowing its actions.
There's been no gradual ramping up. Folton has been facing the entire Danger Club on his own since the first round and isn't doing badly. All right.
Yeah.
Fortitude, yeah?
Yeah.
16 plus 16, that is 32. Yeah?
32.
It's a success. The target is slowed for 1 round.
Slowed for 1 round. There's no incapacitate on that, so that does happen. You are slowed for 1 round. It means that when you're at...
So not a critical success.
No.
no, it's...
Wasn't that good a roll? It
Nah.
was a good roll. It was a stupidly good roll. I don't want to check my stats, to be honest. Because mine all seem a little bit...
All right.
We're on level 8.
It's you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad. Slowed. When you regain your actions at the start of your turn, you reduce the number of actions by your slowed value. You don't lose actions immediately if slowed during your turn.
So you basically only got 2 actions.
Only got 2 actions. Mm-hmm. Power attack only takes 2 actions.
We could see the end of Karagor.
All right. You feel your muscles slowing down, Folton. You feel your eyes being blurred as you feel magic being poured at you by your friends from the other side, from different sides. Just 2 of you just pouring energy into Folton as he's bearing down on Karagor.
I'm going to say something just quickly.
Yeah, do it.
What's the matter? You need your friends to help you? You can't take me on?
Yes, I need my friends to help me, and so do you.
Yes!
Yes.
Nice.
I love it. All right, it is Karagor. It's your go.
Karagor just mentally checks last round where he could have gone for a attack of opportunity. Wait, no, hang on. No, it doesn't work
I didn't
like that.
leave.
No,
you
if
leave.
you-
It's when you miss. Oh no, you have to be larger than me. No, wait. I'm thinking of that's 5e. Never mind. Karagor thinks of another system and another parallel universe. Karagor. Okay, cool. All right. He's dazzled. He's slowed, but he can still effectively see me. He's still in combat. So if I left, he would get attack of opportunity.
He would, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna have to do the same thing as I did last time. I'm not going for the kill. I'm going for Karagor's going for, trip, disable, slow down, that kind of thing. So I'm gonna go 1 trip attack, 1 attack, and 1 parry.
All right, so go
There's
for the...
no statistical way
don't
I can
do
roll
it.
a 1 or a 2
Don't do it.
on this dice again. Like it's the odds are against me. Okay.
Oh, God.
Here we go. There we go. See?
There we are.
It's more than that.
That's more like what we want. All right, it's a good roll.
It is a 22. It is a 32. It's a 33.
It's 33 against the reflex DC of Folton Battlestone.
Yeah. 23 is my reflex DC.
23 versus a 33.
It's a crit.
That's a crit. Fulton, your legs are knocked out from under you. You fall prone and take 1d6 bludgeoning damage. As Karagor just knocks your legs right out.
Want me to roll it?
Yeah, you can roll it.
Thanks, buddy.
It's your attack.
Ah!
It's a full 6.
6 points of damage. You hit the ground hard.
Also, being as that did damage, does that count? Does that trigger my hunt prey extra d8? Or is it
No,
only on
it's not.
attacks?
It's only on attacks. It's only your first attack.
Okay, I don't really want to have to attack you when you're on your back. That's pretty bad, isn't it? Can I, now he's on his back, would I get any advantages to trying to disarm him by taking my bow staff and flicking the axe out of his hands?
Ooh, let's see. So, what does the prone condition give you? -2. You're flat-footed, so -2 to AC, -2 to attack rolls. It does not affect your... I think it's your reflex DC that disarm goes against, so...
Okay. Well, I'm going to have to try that anyway. I'd love to try an attack right now, but I'm not trying to kill you. Just trying to make you see sense, damn it.
Alright, he's going for a disarm in that case.
Is that the same process we did before just now?
Let's have a look. You need to have at least one hand free.
Oh, so I can't disarm him with the bow staff.
Does it have a disarming
It does not.
trait?
Parry, reach, and trip.
There you go. No, you can't use it. You can't use the bow staff to disarm.
God, annoyingly, the Rancier does.
Switch weapon.
You got quick draw.
Oh, yeah. Just dropping weapons behind me. Okay, fine. I switch to the Rancier and try and disarm him.
Okay, you whip out the Rancier and you try and hook the axe away from him.
God, quick draw is probably the most useful feat I've ever taken in any game system ever.
It's so good, isn't it?
The action economy you get back from taking that feat. Jesus Christ.
It's the best. Athletics check against your against the reflex DC. So same again, but you're on a -5. On
Sorry,
this
I've
one.
just realised that I had one action left. Can we just retroactively say I cast guidance again? Is that
Guidance,
right?
you can only cast.
It's only 10 minutes, isn't
It's
it?
going to. Yeah, it's got a cooldown of I don't know what it is, but you can't keep changing.
No,
it.
you're right. It's every 10 minutes that
Yeah.
you can't. Yeah, in that case, yeah.
You can inspire courage if you
Well,
want.
I can, but it still go to Fulton, right?
It depends on whether Fulton considers himself your ally or not.
At the moment, yeah, he probably wouldn't. Okay, well, I'll
that would be-
inspire courage then. Yeah,
Okay.
and we'll see what happens. You'll see if Fulton. Oh, mind you, we'll see if you get a +1 as well.
See, I guess
It's up to
I guess
Dan.
we'll see. What is the song that you are singing that inspires Karagor, but specifically doesn't inspire Fulton?
This is Karagor's night. All right, Karagor. This is the Karagor's night. Yeah.
I'm bleeding from an axe wound on my face. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Karagor's gonna die.
Okay, great. +1 to Fulton. So am I getting +1 to this or not?
Apparently, yeah.
Is
Yeah, okay.
it to attack rolls, or do you get it on skill checks
It's
as well?
attack rolls, yeah.
It's not an attack roll.
Ah,
It has the attack
skill
trait, but it's
check.
not an attack roll. So yeah, go ahead and make your.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So it's just a +10 to this as opposed to a +15. And there's the low numbers again. So that's a 14 in total.
14 total. That's not a crit fail, is it? Let's say
Glad I couldn't help.
Just done. No, yeah, I get +23.
23. Okay, yeah. Do you?
Fortunate, you know.
You try, but Fulton knocks you aside, knocks the blade aside.
And finally, my third action. What I would have done is bring the stick up again to try and parry, but I just dropped it. And I'm now holding the deadly weapon instead, but that was only to disarm you. However, it does have reach, and he's on his back. If he's on his back, he won't be able to take an attack of opportunity again if I leave combat, right?
Yeah, you can't take attacks of op while you are flat-footed, I believe.
Perfect. And I take one move action away from him, back in the direction I was going,
Okay.
and ready the Rancier.
Nice. That is. I think that's right. Dangerlings, I apologise if I'm wrong. I might be thinking first edition, but on this I'm going with it. You can't make attacks of op while you are flat-footed and prone. So yes, you back away 35 feet away from Fulton. We come round to Fulton. Fulton, you're on the floor.
Don't make me use the Rancier, Fulton. Don't make me use it. It was given to me by Spears Morgan. Remember him? Remember him? You want to end up like him? Hand over the shard.
He gets up.
Everyone is looking like everyone's just kind of a blur to you at the moment. You stand up with the feels like you got the sun in your eyes. You stand up, your muscles creak. It takes one action to stand up. You've got one action left.
And he's 45 feet.
Yeah, he's 35 feet.
I use both actions to come.
Unfortunately, you're slowed, so you only have one action.
I use one action to get as close as I can.
You stagger forward through the sun towards him.
do this all day.
As you cross, at which point a couple of things happen. First of all, Karagor, take 1d4 points of bleed damage, and then roll a d20 for us. 4 points of bleed. It's a 19. The bleeding stops.
Okay.
And then Fulton, you can take off prone, obviously, and you can also take off slowed and dazzled, as both of those effects end on you. But that is your whole turn. Unfortunately, you don't get to make an attack this turn as we come back around to Velda Kemblight.
Okay.
So this is probably very boring for the listeners.
Oh, I don't know.
I think they'll be like it,
all.
to be honest.
Velda
Let us know on the Discord.
Felder, have you got Alleviate Axe? That'd be great.
No, sadly not. Velda would like to. So what? Fulton's, you're still holding the shard?
Yes.
Still got the shot. I think
not in my
because he
hand.
needs to. Yeah, he's put it back in his pocket because he needs 2 hands for his axe. But you know he has it
Right.
on
Okay.
his person.
I would like to then, Velda.
Speaking to you, Mike James. What's
Sorry,
happened on
sorry,
your
I'm
last
sorry. I'm
Thank you, mate.
It's all right.
Just your whole last time was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's all right.
So I just thought I'd let you know. Thank you. Sorry, that sounded quite abrupt, didn't it?
No,
Spook
that's
into
all
your
right.
mic,
No, that's
James.
right. All right, so Velda mutters some words, speaks into his hand, and vanishes.
Oh, Zelda
Disappears.
disappears.
He would like to move closer to Folton, sort of I'd say about 10 feet behind him.
Okay.
Well, no, 10, 15 feet behind him, so he's sort of...
You simultaneously move both 10 and 15
10,
feet.
15 and facing him out. But you know what I mean? Like
as
close...
spread
as in
5
kind of-
feet across the floor. Like
yeah,
a
it just smears. No, so he's like, you get my meaning. He's
Yeah.
he's close to the action, but not Folton close to the action. Like he's hang back.
You move up. I mean, just to be clear, is it 10 or is it 15?
It's 15.
Because that matters for Fulton and his little legs.
Yeah, it is 15.
15. You move 15 feet behind Fulton, but invisible as you creep up behind him. Okay. Bubs.
Okay. Here we go.
Oh, gosh.
Phantasmal terror.
Ray
Every time.
of Enfeeblement. A ray with the power to sap a foe's strength flashes from your hand. Attempt a ranged spell attack against the target. If you succeed, that creature attempts a fortitude save in order to withstand the spell's effect. If I critically succeed, there's no damage to this,
Yeah.
basically. So yeah, it's
But
like
it can lower your strength. It's a...
it's to make them
It's
kind
a
of.
necromancy spell.
Oh,
Bubba has
yeah.
so many spells.
Yeah, he's got loads. Yeah. So
All
I'm gonna
right.
try this one. My spell
What
attack.
is it? Oh, is it spell attack?
Yeah.
We should also probably think about the fact that we might have to fight an undead horror today as well. So
We're gonna have to sleep. I'll have to keep him restrained and sleep to like do this because we're running out of spells now. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Ranged spell attack on Fulton.
And I'll get a +1 because I've got that thing.
Because
So
of what? Because of
my Inspire Courage.
your Inspire Courage is still
it's the
running.
end of
Yeah,
my
that's
turn.
fine.
So, or does it last? No, it doesn't last when I start casting again, does it? So no, I wouldn't have that. No, it's
Okay.
25. It's not good enough. Is it?
25.
No, unfortunately not. My armor class is 26.
Oh, the ray goes straight past Fulton.
Should have done that the other way round. Kept the Inspire Courage again.
Should
If
have.
even still, it probably wouldn't have hit, would it?
Maybe.
All right. Well, I'll Inspire Courage again.
Okay.
you're up, Bubba. It seems that Fulton's shrugging off every single one of your spells you cast against him. It's getting a bit worrying.
Karagor's gonna die tonight. So am I.
Dangerlings, we're going to another round. We're still up and running. That was a... it's getting interesting. I want to
That's
see
my
what...
inspiring song.
Karagor, Fulton is closing the distance, staggering towards you, but you can see him starting to speed up. So he is 15 feet away from you currently.
Cool. I move 5 feet up. Unfortunately, that's annoying because I have to take a move action, don't I? I can't attack from 15 feet away, can
You
I?
cannot.
I can attack from
You
10
could with a
feet away.
bow, but you dropped your bow during your
Did drop my
many
bow.
changes. There's just weapons littering the
I've
floor.
slowly gotten more aggressive as well. There was like just the grappling arrow. Okay, that didn't work. Now the bow staff. Okay, I've had to go for the pointy spear. Oh, we're gonna have to get the swords out in a minute. Yeah, I take a move action to move 5 feet annoyingly, and just from 10 feet away, I try and disarm him with the rancier.
Okay, you step up. You come in with the Ransor. No penalties this time. Athletics check against Fulton's reflex DC.
And am I still getting that +1?
Again, it doesn't go to skill checks. It's only on
Oh
attacks.
yeah, of course. Because it's just a normal +15 to this roll. It's a natural 3.
Well, it's getting better.
Slowly getting better.
Yeah.
An 18.
Eventually, you're going to get high, so you know.
Is that a
It's an 18. Wait,
Eight.
hang on. Yeah, no, it's just an 18.
18? Is that a critical fail or just a fail?
Well, my total is plus 23.
So it'd be 13.
Yeah.
So you're-
No. So your will it's whatever your reflex save is.
Yeah, which is plus 13.
Plus 13, so 23. So an 18 is just a fail. Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Cool.
fine. Okay, so yeah, you
Really thought it'd be easier.
grabs it, but you're just too strong. Just
Like
throw him off.
hoisting reflex-based attacks against a dwarf in heavy armor, I thought would be super fucking easy. But apparently, Gorham has deserted me.
This is something that you're kind of learnt. Maybe not at closing distances, but you've seen in fights. Fulton is frighteningly quick when he needs to be. It's like it's a way of described. James will get this. Our mate Kyle, who is a professional swordsman, basically teaches stage combat and stuff. The way I describe him is frighteningly quick. You just don't, when you see somebody who's a trained fighter and you don't expect it because he's a big guy and you see him move and it's like, oh my god, close a distance.
I'm going to do that again. It's only a +10.
Yeah, go for it.
Drop bloody MZ. Ooh. It's 23.
23.
Well, my reflex is +23.
Your reflex is it's +23 or it's 13 and then
Yeah,
the DC
well, it's
is
13. It's 13 plus 10, isn't it?
Yeah.
Your DC. So yeah, meets beats, right?
Meets beats.
Oh, shit.
Which means we need to make a decision that which we never officially made before. We suggested a success on a success as rules as written.
Oh, yeah.
Is that you weaken the target's grip on the item, and until the start of that creature's turn, attempts to disarm, gain a +2 bonus, and the target is at -2 to all attack rolls and checks. There's a couple of options that we can do with this. The one that I prefer is that we keep that because disarm is really powerful, and the thing that I'm actually scared of is what happens if we open this up and just say a success means that you can disarm. All it takes is for any monster with a high athletics can just walk up to any of you and just be constantly taking your weapons off you.
Yeah.
And it could happen to like MZ the axe. Literally, someone just walks up and just like one action disarm, second action pick up the axe, third action throw the axe off the cliff. And MZ's gone. It's very powerful. However, I do think that is too weak, and so did the Dangerlings when they were on the Discord. One suggestion is that run saying until the start of the creature's next turn, it becomes until the start of your next turn. So you get a full round where Folton could be easily disarmed by somebody else, but it also means Folton is taking a penalty to his attacks for the next round. How do we feel? Because I feel that if we make it so that it's that easy so that all you need to do is to beat somebody's reflex DC to disarm them, that is very powerful to then give to every creature in the game.
That doesn't sound.
Yeah,
I would.
Cool.
What I do in my campaigns when there's any dissent on rules as written, or if people feel strongly one way or the other, I roll a dice for it.
All right. So what are the opinions around the table?
If we split the dice so odds one way, evens the other way.
Well, I mean that depends if there is a dissent on rules. What do you guys think? What do you want in your campaign?
Well, from what you've just said, it seems that one way disarm's super powerful, the other way disarm has been neutered. Wait, no, hang on. There's 3, isn't there?
There's 3 options. So there's rules as written, which would say you weaken the target's grasp on the item, and until the creature's turn, disarm checks have a +2 bonus, and the creature has a -2 to attacks. Which theoretically means it's then easy for you to then do a second disarm attack and maybe get it. I think that's too bad, because in this case, what would happen then is that debuff would immediately end because it's Fulton's turn next. I think that's too low, and I think it should be start of your next turn, so you still get the benefit of Folton having a lowered attack value. Okay. The one that we talked about a while ago was on a success you just disarm all the time, and the consensus on the Discord was that is incredibly powerful. And when I sort of looked at it, I was like, that actually does sound really, really scary to give to the monsters.
So let's do the first 2 then, one out of the other 2, because they sound a lot more reasonable.
Okay. Is anyone in favour of the weaker version of it?
Because the weaker version basically doesn't do anything.
The weaker version would mean that this effectively does nothing. It doesn't sound like there's anyone in favour of that version. Is there anyone in favour of just saying successes should disarm immediately?
Well, obviously I am.
Well,
I'm biased
in
at the
this
moment.
situation, right?
But then we've got it. But then it's for rules as written for the rest of the campaign in terms of other guys.
Unless every time a disarm comes up, we roll a d6, and there's that 3 choice which happens every time, making disarm totally nebulous.
I tell you what, make a second disarm with the same bonus as you had for the first one. So was it plus 10? If that is a success, we'll convert this to a critical success. If it's not,
doesn't matter, because I rolled another 3!
Oh, he hits you in the hand, Fulton. Your grip is loosened. You're a -2 to your attacks for the next one. However, you are real close to Karagor, and the other two are frantically looking through spell books and song repertoires, trying to think of anything that can bring this under control. I can't believe it, but this is going to another episode. That's where we leave it for tonight!
Yeah.
Jesus.
My name is Optimus Prime. I'm here to come amongst you humans to tell you about the Dangerling of the Week. This episode was made possible by our patrons, especially the Autobot of the Week, Veyron. Give it up for Veyron. If you would like to be part of the Veyron Club and the Dangerling of the Week, you can head on down to our Patreon and subscribe. Autobots, roll out!